Hey, Linny here. Today, I'm going to be ranking every face mold from American Girl as of 2022. First off, I'm going to apologize for my voice since I am somewhat sick and I have just been really stressed with school and all of that. This video is mostly going to be off script, so if for some reason I'm rambling about a certain face mold, you know why. This is all my personal opinions, and unless you want to throw your bad eye Tenny Grant dolls at me, or your Marie Grace dolls, please let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below if they're still even on. Sometimes YouTube likes to mess with me and just turns them off. It's a whole thing. But let's begin.
Disappointment in the game of life.
Can we just play that clip one more time? The Marie Grace mold can burn. I may have been a little hyperbolic. As much as this face mold is still my least favorite, I can say it's now growing on me. I especially like 116, 117, and by no means do I now dislike the face mold. I just kind of tolerate it. To me, it's kind of like the holiday season. You get all excited and then you actually see it and it's very lackluster. I mean, 115 is kind of scary, and that is a very unpopular opinion. You can't beat the classics unless you're American Girl. Okay, before the bad eye Tenny Grant dolls come back, let me explain. Yes, I do actually like the classic mold. Yes, it's not one of my favorites, and I think AG has been using it to its peak at this point. Literally every single doll has to have the classic mold, but it's just cute. Would I have every single classic mold they sell? No, because that'd be kind of unnecessary, but it's a cute mold regardless. Okay, let me first start off by saying the number 4 mold is not ugly. I just don't like the fact that I have to basically spend $500 on her. Like, she has a really cute face. Maybe if AG brought the mold back, like they did with Marie Grace, I would probably like it more. In fact, I'd probably own a number 4. Just, the prices are astronomical because scalpers, and that's a whole thing. Let's move on. Hypocritical choice, I am aware, but I actually love the Jess Mold. I especially love Jess herself, and she's probably one of my favorite girl of the year dolls because my graduation year was in 2020. Okay, so obviously I have more sentimental value to Jess than I do the mold, but it's cute. I do think it's a good choice that they're not strained from the brown-eyed, brown hair type of ordeal that they seem to have with every single Jess mold. I personally am a big fan of it. I think it's cute, and while it's not innovative, it's certainly classy, and I love that. Entering some of the more popular molds, the Josefina one. Had AG not used it to death with the Girl of the Year line, I probably would have placed it a lot higher. Heck, if you asked me the same question about 6 years ago, I would have said, Josefina Mold's my 3rd favorite. But, yeah, as someone who mainly collects Girl of the Year dolls for some reason, the Josefina Mold's getting really tiring, and I don't know. It's not that the mold isn't pretty, it's just that it's overused. It's sort of the same problem with the classic mold, yet I'm willing to overlook that because it's the Josefina mold, and I like it a lot more than I do the classic. Maybe it's just personal bias. I love the Makena Mold. I don't care what anyone says. I love the Makena Mold. I want Makena just because of her mold. I want 123 just because of her mold. This mold is just so adorable, and I can't even begin to explain why people even thought that it was like, oh, well, Makena looks cheap, Makena looks cheap.
Blah, 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 blah.
She does not look cheap. She is a goddess. She is a queen. Do you have any idea why she has those butterflies? No, you don't. I'm sorry. I just really do like Makena, And if I were to have a Makena one day, I would love her so much. I'm gonna ignore the fact that I own Logan Everett to talk about this face mold because it's so stinking cute. First off, it's the first closed-mouth American girl face mold ever. She's just, Kaya herself is as cute as a button, and it baffles me as to why AG doesn't make more indigenous dolls. Kaya's just so cute. I could go on for hours and hours as to why I love Kaya, and I want Kaya, but I can't. I have a very limited amount of time. Nanea has been used a lot in the New Truly Me line with varying grades of success. Literally, one of you is just Nanea with a dye job, and we're not going to bring up the other two. I do like that AG is bringing the Nanea mold to a more contemporary line, but I would have loved to see more variety. I do love the face mold, and it's another one of those that I don't have yet, but yearn for. I don't own Addie yet. I don't own an Addie mold yet. AG, please make a Girl of the Year with the Addie mold. I'm begging you. This is another mold that I can go on and on and on about, but in a nutshell, I love her. I love the Addie mold, and it's just so freaking cute. I don't know why AG doesn't use it as much as they used to. One of the more recent molds, but Corinne's face mold is one of my favorites, and I don't even own her at the time of me recording this. I just think her face mold is just so cute, and you just want to squish on her little cheeks.
Please don't hurt me.
And I especially like the fact that she has bigger eye sockets to prevent eye swappers from destroying her. I don't know what was going on about. I love Claudie's face mold. I do. It's just so adorable. I love her button nose. Like, she has like the sweetest face. You know how every AG doll has a sweet face? Multiply Claudie's by like 6. That's exactly how I feel about how sweet her face is, because it's just,
I love it.
she's just, I'm already blushing just thinking about her. I shouldn't, I know. She's a doll, but if she, I could just go on. This is not surprising to anyone. As much as I love this face mold, I don't have a lot of dolls with this face mold. I do kind of feel as though, especially with Asian face molds, AG is doing what I'm calling the number 4 effect, where they'll find a popular face mold that is, generally for Asian people, and they'll kind of like replace it, but that's just a conspiracy theory. What I'm getting at is the Jess mold is so cute. I remember when I first got Ivy back in 2014, I was the happiest kid in the entire world. That doll was basically stuck to my hip. Well, her and Bianca. I love the Jess mold. I think it's so cute. But it's also so fascinating. You have like 2 variations. Not only do you have like the not notched version, like the normal Jess mold, but you also have the notched version, like Ivy. And that little bit of variety is just, it's adorable to me. I can't. I absolutely love this mold, but despite me picking this as my number 1, I only have one doll with this face mold, and that's Gabby. But don't tell anyone else she's my favorite, so, this is between us. Gabby is my everything. If anyone were to ask me which doll I would save, it would most likely be Gabby. Anyway, back on topic. I love the Sonali mold. It's just so captivating. It's so adorable. Literally every compliment I've given every other face mold, I could duplicate multiply that by 4, by 6, by 8, by 10, by 12, by 14. I really do love the Sonali mold. It has just such an important place in my heart. And the fact that it's this face mold especially that got me into American Girl because of not only my Froggy stuff but also All About Meep. I specifically remember my Froggy stuff owning a number 47, and that's what led me down the AG rabbit hole. The first doll that I wanted to get was Sonali, and obviously the prices were just not here for it. But had it not been for that number 47 with that Sonali mold, I would not be where I am today. So I really do owe it to the Sonali mold. And I know it's kind of weird that I'm praising a face mold, but let me be. This is my favorite. This is my number 1. If I were to redo this list and the Sonali mold isn't my number 1, something is definitely wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know this video has been all over the place and it's just been a bunch of rambles, but regardless, I hope you find it interesting. Don't forget to interact with this video. Bye! I just rambled about dolls for 10 minutes straight.